Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? My name is Abraham, and welcome to A2A Media. All right, what is it that I am going to be talking about on this radio show or podcast? That's that's it, podcast. What is it that I'm going to be talking about? Um, those of y'all who are coming in from TikTok or who might have found me just on YouTube, regardless of where you found me at, I was going to have my first episode be upon The Hobbit. Those of you who actually are following me specifically, I know for a fact I mentioned it on TikTok, and I am going to do that. But I know I made a post before regarding what this channel would be about, and that was underneath the old logo. I got a whole new logo, whole new, so, and I know everybody didn't see it, so if just in case more of y'all see this, I'm gonna let y'all know what this is about. So, what this channel is created for, what this is going to be about, is book reviews, but it's not your typical good reads for the year or good reads for this season, or what you see everybody else wind up doing nowadays that actually dig into books per se, right? It's not going to be that. What instead it's going to be is more of, while the genres is going to be more of a mystery, thriller, sci-fi. I love sci-fi, fantasy, even history, archaic, right? As the channel gets a little older or it gets a bit more popular, it starts to get really into that realm that I see fit. I'm really going to start to dig into those books because I have a couple of them on the shelf. I can't wait to show y'all. Old enough to what it seems when you peel some of the pages back, you have to use gloves. You have to be real sensitive with it. I can't wait to show y'all that. And dig into that kind of atmosphere. When you start to get into the books, you really start to get into the atmosphere of what the author was really trying to portray to you. So, anyways, the whole point of this is book reviews, but it's going to be from an aspect of I'm a Bible believer, and some of the best authors and movie producers, you'll find, even when you look it up, that they even believe that if you want to write a good novel, you want to write a good script for a film, you have to base it off of the lining of the Bible, right? So I'm gonna add a little salt, or per se the scripture inside of that, because I am a scripture believer and I do lean heavily toward that. However, I'm not going to be biased between which genre of books that I read and the ones that I actually want to actually dig into. So that being said, you recommend me books. I have books that I actually am going to get, and one of the first ones that I am going to do is right here, The Hobbit. So I am going to do that. That's going to be the episode that I have after this one, and the goal for what we want to do here. So let me go ahead and explain that to you. Listen, the goal that I want to do for this channel, this podcast channel, is, at first, yes, I dig into a lot of your interests. I dig into the books that became movies and other ones that became games later on, which The Expanse is one that I do plan on doing, by the way. At the time of me recording that episode, it probably is already out. I want to visit libraries, not just the ones that are local to me, but the ones that are nationwide and international. The ones who actually hold history, not just the fact that it has the books of history, but it itself is historical. Speak to different authors, why they made the books that they did, why did it come into the part to where it became a movie or it became a game or whatever the case is. But another big motivation for why I started this channel, right? Excuse me if you hear me moving my mic. I know you probably hear some of that. Yeah, I'm renting a room, so if you have background noise. But anyways, another big reason for why I started this channel is because I know a lot of people complain about the subscription prices with their, like, Netflix, Apple TV, Prime. What else do y'all watch? Disney, all that other stuff. Y'all watch all of that, right? And I feel like a lot of you are missing that hidden world within books. I am starting to see a bit more of us read, but still not nowhere near enough. And everybody has their take as to what they read, and they all do like some book review. Oh, this, or you should check it out. Or, but there's no character from what I see on different channels. No slight, but there's no character with those, with the other, my other brothers, sisters, and other people just in general who review the books. And you need a little character with it. You need there needs to be a bit more of an inner, like some activity with that thing, so that's how I want to do that, and interest you instead of going to Barnes and Noble, going to different bookstores, going to libraries, and picking up a book to be able to really dig into it. Because most times, even for y'all Harry Potter fans, you Lord of the Rings fans, Hobbit fans, Star Wars fans, even though, well, anyways, Dungeon Crawler Carl, different little books like that. They have more information. Ready Player One, right? They have more information in the book than they do on the film. And those of y'all know it does. It has more information in the book than in the film. Like, for example, I said my first episode is going to be on The Hobbit, right? So I read through it, and one of the things that I noticed, like, for example, sometimes I like to make jokes. Sometimes I make fun of people talking about how they look like Gollum. So anyways, y'all know, but you may not, but I'm speaking about specific people, like little hunchback, no hair. You know how people start to look like when they get older. I ain't making fun of old folks, but y'all know what I'm saying. Anyways, Smeagol, so Gollum, on the movie, he is relatively small because per the movie, he, how you see it, the background that they gave, I forget which one of the movies, but he came from a Hobbit or whatever the case is. And when you read The Hobbit, right, Gollum, he was this creature, and he seemed a lot, at least when you read it, he seems a lot taller. Not I understand that he's small and short when you look at the film, but in the book, those of y'all who haven't read it, he seems a lot taller. He seems a lot scarier. The scenery when he actually met, Bilbo Baggins, when he actually came across Gollum, it was a lot darker. It didn't seem like there was enough light inside of there, so it was dark. He only was able to see his eyes. That portion of the book, when you actually look at the film, it doesn't capture how grim, how dark, how gritty that scene was for him to get out of it by playing a game of riddle. And that, I want to get that part out. I want to be able to interest y'all inside of reading, and maybe some of y'all who actually get into this, knowing that I myself am a Bible believer, you probably would be like, okay, well, if he's really interested in this and he has this kind of interactivity with this, but then always portrays what he's finding from examples of this fantasy novel, this mystery novel, this thriller, and he relates it to scripture. Well, maybe let me actually read my Bible. Excuse me. Let me actually read my Bible all the way out. Let me read my books all the way out. Let me divert my entertainment outside of just TV. Because when I look at, and I deliver packages for a living, at least for now, I deliver packages for a living. But every time I see these houses that are top notch, and I happen to, most of the time accidentally, see their living room, it almost never has a TV, but it always has a bookshelf full of different variety of books. And I used to deliver furniture as well. Always a vast amount of books of different genres, and a lot of times you can see what their favorite genre is. We need to be able to, as a whole, as a community, we need to be able to embrace reading a lot more, because what it builds is patience. It builds better conversation skills. It builds longevity. It builds long suffering. And that's just you reading, but also allowing you to get into that side of your brain to comprehend things. A lot of us are a lot of short-tempered and whatnot, but I'm saying a lot, but I'm really trying to convey to y'all the whole purpose behind this channel is, yes, to provide a certain level of engagement with breaking down books, and not only just the novel aspect of it, the author's perspective, historical perspective of it for how it correlates with other things, belief perspective, but also to interest you inside of another side of how you can have a good pastime when you're not doing whatever it is that you do on your day-to-day life. So Everybody, hey, listen, I want y'all to subscribe. I want you to like this. I do have a TikTok, so I do and will put shorts out on there. I will focus a lot of my attention, however, on YouTube, even though for the starters I haven't. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, get the engagement up on there, share it on TikTok, and I do have a link down below for a buy me a coffee, which is just a website for how you can actually donate, because I use those donations to be able to get the books that you guys recommend to me. Okay, so I want to use that, and then somewhere inside of this my little small office here, I'm gonna have a bookshelf, and every time that I finish a series or a book that you guys recommended or something that I picked up, I'm gonna put it on that bookshelf, and I'll take a picture every once in a while, show y'all the journey that I actually have made with the journey that I'm doing with y'all, and we're gonna actually get through it, whether it be, like I said, historical, thriller, mystery, novel. I dare not really dig into romance, but I will if it's highly requested. And so all through that, by the way, that donation app that I have, I do actually accept messages through there if y'all want to do it there also. Even if you didn't donate, you can send me direct messages from YouTube on there. So that being said, y'all, I hope y'all enjoy the journey. I hope you enjoy the journey. And official episode 1 coming soon. And hey, I can't wait for y'all to come on with me with it. Subscribe, like, share, follow, and I'll see you on the next one. A2A out.